Hoi Hoi and welcome back to Genshin Impact. In the last episode, I accidentally ended the recording session instead of unmuting myself. But it doesn't really matter because I didn't do anything interesting. I was essentially just doing some stuff on this island. The one thing I did, or probably the most important thing that I did after I went to, after I ended the session, the recording session, I did Shoji's quest. And then I met him over here and over here, and he essentially gave me a chest, and there was nothing any more interesting. And I don't know if this quest is going to be continued at some point, so I guess that's the end with Choji. Also, what I did was I went to the Chasm and cleared most of the things. I forgot to pick up the chest after defeating the boss. And I essentially cleared like all of this. I'm actually not sure if I cleared... Oh yeah, no, I cleared this one. Right, so the only thing that is left is like in this area. Yes. Oh yeah, so... I went to Katarina. Katarina isn't there, so this is actually the first thing that I want to take a look at. One moment, please. I don't see anything. Because the sun is blinding me. Stupid sun. Do not praise the sun. The sun is bad. It's evil. Now it's too dark. I hate the sun. It's either too blinding or too dark. Okay, so it should be over here somewhere. So the letter should be like here, but I don't see a letter. Maybe. Oh, there's an abyss guy. But this one... Oh, there's the letter, I see. Oh no! Okay, so it seems like that Katarina got defeated by the same guy that defeated... No! No, this is a different one, because Nikolai was defeated by a black-clad swordman, I think. And not by a spearman. So this is actually another enemy. Okay. So Katarina got defeated by someone else. Can you please die? Also, what I realized when I was doing stuff in this area, the named Abyssal Knight respawn, which is a bit weird. And they are also saying the lines again if you defeat them. Okay, Nikolai's letter. My dear elder sister Katya, I've heard the captain said that we're going to transfer you to our regiment. Okay, so there is a different captain. Katya is not the captain, which I thought. My head brims with joy at the thought of our reunion. I always carried the balalaika you gave me around, doing a bit of repairing here and a bit of mending there. After replacing the threads we previously broken, the balalaika sounds much more natural now. Yeah, so I think balalaika is some kind of music instrument. But just for the record, since you asked me to keep it, I'm not gonna give it back to you. If my clumsy sister should damage this old pal of mine once more, I won't go through the trouble of repairing it again. Alright, recently learned 2 new songs. Wait to be impressed when you report in. Let me play the song to you by the bonfire, just like the old days, when we would sing to the melody of balalaika, giggle at the jokes we share, and look forward to the precious gifts from the Tsaritsa to our brothers and sisters in the House of the Heart in celebration of a new year. What's different, however, is that we no longer we are no longer carefree children. With greater responsibility on our shoulders come heavier loads on our minds. The captain granted a half-day pass especially for us. Don't forget to bring your liquor and deserts. Let's booze it up and talk it out. I have so many stories to share with you. I believe you two have quite an adventure where you were previously deployed. By the way, don't laugh at me if you notice that I've put on some weight. I'll also keep an eye on your horizontal development. I look forward to meeting you. Okay. This is the letter that Kinarina once treasured. The letter still has a light and lingering scent of firewater. Oh no. Okay, so I'm not sure about what is going to happen now in this quest line, because apparently this will lead to a secret quest that goes over to Narukami. I'm not sure about this. Like, I can try to look for it, but I don't think I'm going to find it. Okay, so I have to open the map, then go to the Chasm. So it was this quest. This mission, so... Fatui versus Schumacher. J.Z.Leodochka is... So I don't understand what is the connection between this name and this quest. Damn it. Oh, wait a moment. It's too dark for me now. I need some light. Okay, hopefully this is enough light to see my keyboard, but not enough light to blind me. Okay, so let's take a look. Oh. Okay, so this is a daily thing that I've already noticed, but I didn't really did anything with it. Okay, I kind of want to do that because I'm curious about this. But it's apparently not related to this quest. But for some reason, someone wrote it in the comments of this quest. So, okay. So I think what first thing I have to do, I did it by accident, but I then didn't do anything with it. Okay. So, I probably have to do it again. So let's go to the location. Where exactly is the location? I think it's down here. Okay, there's no one appearing here, which made me think that it's still triggered. So what I'm supposed to do now is get a fortune slip. Where do I get fortune slips? Is it over there? No, I don't think so. Probably over here then. Yes. Genduri. Okay. Try your luck. So am I supposed to open that now? Where do I find it? What is this? Shriveled seed. Okay, so we have this one. Wait. Uh-huh. So no, that wasn't it. Attitude. Okay, so I guess I did something wrong. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. Let me take a look. So, head here. The compass will lead you straight to the camp because there's a chest. The Vtuber is standing there. Head to Genduri stands. Take the fortune and the special dialogue will appear. Oh, okay, yeah, I was supposed to hand over the fortune slip in the middle of the hazy night. Okay, I see. That was what I'm supposed to... Okay, that means I have to do it tomorrow again. Okay. That was a fail. Whatever. So, what I want to do in this episode is I want to continue the main quest because what I realized when I did the Chasm, I cannot do everything in a Chasm yet because I need to do Dainleif's next quest. Which is what I'm going to do, but first I kind of have to get something to drink. Okay. This is horrible. Okay. Let me teleport to Liyue again. Lairu. Ugh. Okay. Let me close this. Let me close this. Okay. Let's head to Catherine.
ようこそいらっしゃいました旅人さん。なんという巡り合わせでしょう。キャサリン、こんにちは。何か依頼はあるか？それにしても、今日は随分とご機嫌みたいだな。はい、実は今朝早く神社へおみくじを引きに行ったんです。そしたら近々思いがけない再会を果たすかもしれないと巫女さんに言われまして。キャサリンが神社におみくじ？なんだか珍しい光景だな。あ、 いや、そこじゃなくて、お前たった1日のうちに稲妻まで行って帰ってきたってことか？ここリーユエだぞ。私もたまにはプライベートを楽しみたかったもので。それでさっき言ってた思いがけない再会ってオイラたちのことなのか？さあどうでしょう。ただこの期待感が胸にある限り誰と会っても嬉しい気持ちになれそうです。はあ、オイラたちほぼ毎日会ってるけどな。お前の気持ちオイラもわかるぞ。ミコさんの言ったことが当たってるといいな。だってお前の妹さんはその落ち込んだご様子、私何か触れてはいけないことを言ってしまったのでしょうか？いや、大丈夫だ。気にしないでくれ。それよりも依頼の話に戻ろうぜ。何かオイラたちにぴったりな依頼はないか？ええ、それでしたらちょうどいい依頼があります。甲府の方からの依頼でして、双眼巨炎を調査してほしいとのことです。そこって封鎖されてたよな。もう解除されたのか？詳細については依頼人の月月さんに聞いてみてください。彼は今双眼巨炎の近くにいるはずです。おお、わかった。ありがとな、キャサリン。それじゃ出発するか。はい、星と深淵を目指せ。今回は本当に深淵を目指しているようですね。幸運を祈ります。
Yay, into the abyss. Okay, look for the miner. He's over here. You can use the character archive to view information on characters who have yet to join your team. That is quite interesting. Wait. The guy is here now. Wait a second. Okay, that's interesting. Hoi Hoi.
こんにちは。お前が月月か？
Gitsuki.
オイラたち冒険者協会の依頼で来たんだけど。
ああ、こんにちは。その依頼なら俺が出したもので間違いない。ん？そちらの方はどこかで見たことがあるような。そうか、わかった。まずは自己紹介をさせてくれ。俺は月月。つい先日、双眼巨炎の採掘許可をもらった候補だ。それから、ここには俺の下で働いてくれている奴らが何人かいる。
双眼巨炎の採掘許可ってもらえるものなのか？
ああ、玉境内の奴らもやっと融通が利くようになってな。洗顔軍の保護下っていう条件付きで、浅いところの鉱物であれば採掘の許可が下りるようになったんだ。で、その許可を最初にもらったのが俺らだ。だが最近、どうも奇妙なことが起きていてな。鉱夫たちがみんな怯えてるんだ。
奇妙なこと。何が起こったんだ？オイラたち詳しい状況をまだ何も聞かされてないんだ。
まあ大したことじゃないんだが、無視もできない不気味なことでな。ある日、うちの甲府が休憩していたら、意識の朦朧としたヒルチャールたちが前を通り過ぎていったそうなんだ。ただそのヒルチャールたちは彼に目もくれず、双眼巨炎の奥へと進んでいったらしい。それから何日か彼が様子を見ていると、同じようなことが時々起こっていると分かった。
もしかして好奇心旺盛なヒルチャールがいて、この辺をうろうろしてただけなんじゃないか？
いや、それがおかしなことに、双眼巨炎に来たヒルチャールたちは、入ったらもう出てこないんだと彼が言っていた。そのヒルチャールたちを確認できるのは行きの片道だけ。中に入ったらもう出てくることがないらしい。しかもこの間から似たようなことがさらに増えていてな。あのヒルチャールたちの目的は、あの後あいつらはどうなったんだ？ 何か悪いことでも企んでるんじゃないかと。そういった考えが次々と甲府たちの頭をよぎり、恐怖のあまり仕事に手がつかなくなってるんだ。
その気持ち、おいらもわかるぞ。聞いただけ。
ああ、未知から生まれる恐怖こそ一番恐ろしいものだ。真相を突き止めない限り、どうにも安心して働けそうにない。
この依頼、おいらたち本当に受けるのか？おいらの意見もちゃんと聞いてくれよ。そっか。よし。わかったぞ。おいらも頑張る。もしかしたらお前の家族の手がかりが見つかるかもしれないしな。それにここで引いたらこの先ずっと気になってモヤモヤするだろうし。
二人ともこの依頼を受けてくれないか。せっかく手に入れた採掘許可だ。俺も無駄にはしたくない。
おいらたちに任せろ。何が起こってるのか気にもなるからな。
そうか、助かるよ。今あのヒルチャールたちが向かった先を教える。
What? Okay, I think I understand. So I'm supposed to get this quest first, and then I'm supposed to do the 7-star seal, which leads into the Chasm. Okay, and I'm supposed to go... So that means I have to... So I was supposed to complete the Chasm until this point, then. I guess so. I think that makes sense.
甲府さんが言ってた場所ってここのことかな。この都市を見てると何か思い出しそうな。ほら、なんだっけ。
The defiled statue.
それだ。不気味な雰囲気が漂ってるし、逆さなのもあの時と同じくらい衝撃的というか。こうなってくるとやっぱり双眼巨炎の下ってアビス教団と何かしら関係があるのかな。これはますます調査しないと。
Dainleif!
まさかここで貴様たちに会うとはな。予想外だ。
久しぶりだな、ダイン。いや、待った。どうしてお前が双眼巨炎にいるんだよ。
双眼巨炎。なるほど。ここは双眼巨炎の地下か。足を踏み入れたことは一度もなかったが、このようになっていたとは。ああ、前回の出会いと別れはいささか急なものだったからな。貴様が流行る気持ちも理解できる。それにこのような偶然が目の前で起きたんだ。貴様の疑問に俺も答えてやるべきだろう。貴様も思い当たるものがあるはずだ。先日俺はアビスの使徒の痕跡を再び見つけ、それを追っていた。ただ忌々しいことに奴は俺に追い詰められると以前と同じ手口で逃げようとしてな。その後を追って俺も転移の扉をくぐった。しかし見ての通り奴とは違う場所に転移してしまったようだ。ああ、これまでの経験から推測するにアビスの転移能力は単に点と点を結んだものではなく網目状になっている。転移の扉がどこにつながり網目をどうたどるのかは奴らの思うがままなのだろう。
この世界にあるワープポイントとなんだか似てるな。
前回貴様の血縁を追って転移の扉をくぐったが、気がつくと周りには誰もおらず、俺は一人あの風魔竜の巣にいた。
そうだったのか。ところであの最古の幸運期の目はどうなったんだ？
ああ、それならすでに手を打ってある。運命の初期の計画、その真相を突き止めるまでアビスの手に落ちることはない。その肩書きをまだ覚えていたか。 別に隠す気などない。それはかつてカーン・ルイヤの栄光を浴びた称号だ。しかし今となってはただの皮肉であり呪いに過ぎない。俺は国の滅亡を見届けた宮廷親衛隊隊長だ。この肩書きを口にしたくない理由など十分すぎるほどにある。
どうやらお前の妹さんが言ったことは本当だったみたいだな。
俺たちはかつて旅の仲間だった。あれは運命を求める苦難に満ちた旅。ただ俺たちは共に終点を迎えることができなかった。際限なく質問を続ける前に先ほどの俺の言葉を思い出してみろ。仮に天意の網の推測が正しかった場合、アビス教団にとってここは転移先として設定するほどの価値があるということだ。
アビス教団がここでこっそり何かしてるってことか？オイラと旅人の予想通りだったな。
つまり今この瞬間もアビスの目に映っている可能性がある。
やめろって。そう言われると怖くなってくるだろ。
賢明な判断だ。そこの岸壁の近くに火があるようだ。そこから調べるとしよう。
Okay. When one gazes into the abyss will gaze back to you.
ヒルチャールが寝泊まりした痕跡があるぞ。依頼で聞いた様子のおかしいヒルチャールたちが残したのかな。
依頼？そういえば貴様たちがここに来た理由をまだ聞いていなかったな。普通の旅人なら双眼巨園の下に来る理由などないはずだが、
オイラたちは冒険者協会の依頼を受けて双眼巨園に来たんだ。ここで起こっているヒルチャールの異変を調べにな。で、ようやくその手がかりを見つけたってわけだ。
その答えを知りたいか？
もしかしてダインは何か知ってるのか？
ああ、思い当たる節がある。貴様たちが感じ取れないのも無理はない。この異様な感覚をな。ここが呪いの力を弱めているのがその答えだろう。
呪い？確かこの前ダインがカーン・ルイヤの国民として不死の呪いをかけられたって聞いたよな。
ああ、俺は数百年この呪いがもたらす苦痛に耐えてきた。だがこの地に足を踏み入れてから束の間の安らぎを得たのを感じている。今この時も俺の体は強い意志で訴えている。ここに残れとな。
そもそもどうしてここには呪いを弱める力があるんだ？
俺もそれを解明したいと思っていたところだ。だが俺の知る限りアビス教団にこのような技術はなかったはず。ああ、そういうことだ。貴様はなぜヒルチャールが仮面をかぶっているのか知っているか？水面に映る自分の顔を恐れ、それを見ないようにするためだ。何しろ記憶の中の自分と比べたらそれはあまりにも醜い。絶望不死の呪い、その実態は永久的な不死を意味するものではない。
元に戻る方法はないのか？
不可能だ。摩耗により魂と肉体はすり減ってゆき、死という形を迎えることなく灰となる。ヒルチャールは己の最後が近いことを悟ると本能的に静かで暗い場所を探す。そして数百年にもわたる苦しみに別れを告げる。呪いの力を弱めるこの場所こそが奴らにとって最も理想的な霊宮というわけだ。
まさかそんな理由があったなんて。
雑談は終わりだ。構えろ。
どうしたんだ？
敵だ。
Oh, Black Serpent Knights.
せや。ひゃ。 くらえやっへいせやはっなあよっやっはっよっくらえ
さっきのは一体どうして急に攻撃してきたんだ？
あれは黒蛇騎士カーン・ルイヤの宮廷親衛隊に所属していたものだ。
あれ、宮廷親衛隊ってことはお前の部下だよな。
昔のことだ。今の奴らは強力な呪いによって支配されている。その戦い方もかつての栄光を全て捨てたものだ。
じゃあもうアビスの一部になっちゃったってことか？
先に進もう。
あ、ダイン。
どうした？見逃していたか。待て、貴様たちは下がっていろ。こいつは他と何か違うようだ。消えた。
なんなんだあの黒蛇騎士。何か言いたいことでもあったのか？
どういうことだ？あれを持たずに500年も自我を保てるはずがない。それにこの覚えのある感じ、どうも気にかかるが。いや、この悪夢のような最悪の中、そのような奇跡が生まれるはずもない。気のせいだろう。先に進むぞ。目指すはあの都市だ。
The Upside Down City. Honk. So I'm not sure if I could have gone here before, but like I assume this path just only opened because of the quest.
どういうことだ？まるで不思議な力がこの都市を覆っているみたいだ。これ以上先に進めないぞ。こういう時は周りに何かしら装置があるはずだよな。
I hate the sun, it's so
オイラた
annoying.
ちが遺跡探索で培ってきた腕を。
その必要はない。カーン・ルイヤの技術、アビスの気配、どれも俺にとっては身近なものだ。俺からすればこんなものはただの儚い泡に過ぎない。
ああ、オイラわかったぞ。やっぱりアビス教団の秘密がここに隠されてるんじゃないか？というかダインっていろいろと内情を知ってるよな。どうりでアビス教団に目をつけられるわけだ。
おそらく必然的なつながりはない。だが近づけば近づくほどこれらの遺跡がより古い文明に由来したものだとわかる。
Even
た
more
だ
ancient
アビス教団
civilization.
に先を越されてしまったがな。
より古い文明？オイラよくわかんないんだけど。
ここの建築物の構造はかつてのカーン・ルイヤと少し似ている。逆さでなければより似ているだろう。行くぞ。そこに光がある。目の前の足場を踏み外さないよう注意しろ。
はっ
Oh, 2 more Abyss Knights.
みんな頑張ってね。黒蛇騎士だ。ここはこいつらの拠点なのか？それとも何かを守ろうとしてる？
アビス教団が隠そうとしている秘密がこの付近にあるのかもしれない。まずはこいつらを倒すぞ。
I think I might have to change my party. Only having Razor is actually a problem.
やっきゃ やっはっせやはっきゃくらえせややっとりゃはっはっくらえやっはっきゃせやとりゃはっやっきゃ
あそこの鶴登れそうじゃないか。試してみようぜ。
Okay, let me change my party setup to this setup. Okay, so vines over here.
ここにも国者騎士がいるぞ。
Traitor?
でも襲いかかってこないな。オイラたちを威嚇してるだけ。あ、この国者騎士たち後ろに何か隠してるみたいだぞ。
動くな、この感じ。
こっちに突進してきた。こうなったら戦うしかないな。
よっほっはっはっはっへいひゃっへっはっくらえやっはっよっほっひゃっ
Ouch! I got hit.
へいせややっはっくらえほっはっへいやっはっよっはっへいせやどけほっくらえよっはっやっとりゃはっへっほっやっへっ
やっと倒せた。国者騎士たちが何を守ってたのか確認してみようぜ。あ、これって。
やはりな、あの国者騎士たちはアビス教団の秘密とは関係がない。ふん、もっと早く気づくべきだった。
あのヒルチャールたち一体どうなってるんだ。
これが俺のさっき言ったヒルチャールの結末だ。老化が進み光を嫌悪するようになったヒルチャールはやがて暗闇に溶けてゆく。それでも呪いは奴らを蝕み続けるがな。
でもなんで国者騎士たちはヒルチャールを守ってたんだ。あ、国者騎士がまた現れたぞ。あいつ最初に突然現れて姿を消したやつじゃないか。国者騎士たちが引いた。まさかあの騎士が命令したのか。
ハールブダン。
おい、どういうことだよ。あの国者騎士と知り合いなのか。
そうか。これが真相ならば実に悲惨なものだ。
ダイン。
奴らがなぜここでヒルチャールを守っているのか、貴様はその答えを知りたがっている。そうだな。国者騎士はただ義務を果たしているだけに過ぎない。今しがた俺も事態を把握したばかりだが、おそらく他の騎士に命令していたのは、かつての宮廷親衛隊の若き精兵、ハールブダンだろう。
それって500年前の人なんだよな。
カーン・ルイヤに最悪が訪れた日、俺は真っ向の剣として王宮に駆けつけた。だがその前に、ハールブダンという騎士にある命を下したのを俺はかすかに覚えている。すべての国者騎士に通達しろ。いかなることが起きようとも、カーン・ルイヤの民を守り抜けと。確かに俺たちは宮廷親衛隊の肩書きを背負っていた。だが、あの悪夢のような最悪を前にして、王族、名士、庶民、それら身分に意味などなかった。神々の力の前では、カーン・ルイヤ人という身分しか存在しなかったからな。理性を失った国者騎士だが、その心の奥底では、おそらく今もカーン・ルイヤの民を守るために戦っているのだろう。この遺跡を最悪に見舞われたカーン・ルイヤだと思い込み、あのヒルチャールたちを助けを求める民だと信じて、俺が聞く限り、奴らの叫び声は他者への威嚇ではない。
じゃあ、あれはなんて言ってたんだよ。
聞き取りづらいが、俺にはわかる。あれは古代カーン・ルイヤ語だ。奴らはこう言っていた。俺も認めざるを得ないな。500年経ってもなお消え去ることのなかったこの強い意志は、絶望の底に生まれた奇跡と言えるだろう。
おいらたち、こいつらのことを完全に誤解してたんだな。
気に病む必要はない。一時とはいえ、俺でさえこいつらを敵とみなしていた。上に光が見える。引き続きそこへ向かって進むとしよう。国者騎士たちももう邪魔をしてこないはずだ。
Okay. Oh, a Seli. Follow the light. Is there something else? Probably not. Oh, upside down waypoint.
本当に国者騎士たちがいなくなったぞ。やっぱりハールブダンって騎士がダインのことに気づいてくれたんだ。
Okay.
宝の匂い不思議だ。
Investigate.
またヒルチャールだ。ちゃんと守られてるみたいだな。
Cleanse them! So I think there's supposed to be a money rock near this one. Ah, I see. Okay. Alright. Oh, okay. I can get this one from here. Probably would have been able to get it otherwise, but now I already have it. Okay, so I've got a Seli. It's probably this Seli. Yes. I've got the money rock. And I've got the lumen spar. Okay. Okay, so now I'm supposed to get over there. Okay, damn it. I failed. Okay, wait, I will try it again. I don't think I can fly over there. Huh. Okay, is there another way I'm supposed to get there from this waypoint, or I'm just supposed to fly over there? And then... Huh. Maybe, okay, let's just fly over here and then climb up. That's probably what I'm supposed to do here.
Dain、さっきから一言も話さないけど、大丈夫か？
気にするな。ただ昔のことを考えていただけだ。まさかこの俺を慰めようとしているのか。そんなもの俺には不要だ。
なら心配してやんないぞ。
It's supposed to be above me, wait, what? Okay, I've got distracted. There's another thing. I'm getting distracted by collectibles, so I'm sorry about this. What is over here? There's nothing here. I don't think I have fought him yet. I'm still assuming there's like an achievement if you defeat all of them. Just fight him again. Or it's just possible that those are, I don't know, just random enemies. And probably all of them have names. I'm not sure if their name has any importance. Maybe the importance of them will come after this quest. You can just refarm them for the loot. Okay, so let's try it again. Delete. Okay, so I can essentially drop down here. There might be still a chest, but I don't really want to get over here. Oh, there's one. Okay, wait. I do have to mark everything that I find, because otherwise I will desperately look for something that I've already collected. And I know this is going to happen, because it always happens. Every time I want to pick up some stuff that I left up, every time I want to clean up an area, I'm looking for things that I've already collected desperately. So then I went over here. Ugh, that was horrible. And I'm supposed to go over there. Where exactly? How is it? I see, okay, so I'm supposed to go over here. There are more hilly trails.
自分が消えていくのを静かに待つヒルチャールたち。
Oh, there's a money rock. Okay, so this is probably this money rock.
山の扉がないみたいだぞ。これでようやく真ん中の部屋に行けるな。早く行こうぜ。
I didn't want to drop down. Okay, so I'm supposed to go over there. I do want to explore this area, but there doesn't seem to be anything. That appears to be something. Use Orb of the Blue Depths. Oh, I see. So I'm assuming the enemies that have names will drop those items, and I've already defeated 8 out of 9. Okay. I see. So that essentially means there might be one more in this area. Probably. Okay, that's interesting. A water
池の
pool.
水まで逆さになってるなんて本当に奇妙な光景だな。ダインはあの池について何か心当たりないのか？
あの池は都市そのものと一体になっているようだ。古代文明の遺物だろう。そして俺の推測ではあれが呪いの力を弱めている。ここにいると先ほどよりも体が楽になっていくのを感じる。おそらくあの池の水には浄化作用があるのだろう。
浄化？それってあの池の水を使えば呪いを完全に消し去ることができるってことか？
いや、それは不可能だ。
なんで断言できるんだよ。
俺は理性を保ったままこの呪いと500年を共にしてきた。俺より呪いに詳しい者などいまい。この呪いは世界の因果に匹敵する烙印。そして神々の呪いは人間そのものよりも格が高いものだ。俺には感じる。今にもこの呪いが末端にまで浸透し、俺の一部となり、しまいには自分と取って変わろうとしていることを。呪いによる侵食を一時的に抑えることは可能だ。しかし浄化となると体の一部を焼かれ灰になっていくのを想像するといい。それと同じ苦痛が体を襲うことだろう。無論浄化が終わるまで命が持つ保証などないがな。
それって死ぬってことだよな。浄化できない呪いなんてそんな。
ここから感じられる池の浄化作用は従前なものではない。呪いを抑える程度に収まっている。
そうなのか。あともう一つ気になるんだけど。
正直俺もあのような構造の装置は見たことがない。アビス教団が設置したと考えるのが自然だろう。もしや奴らは何かの準備をしているのか。
うわー、びっくりした。なんで急に扉が開いたんだ？こいつってハールブダンって騎士だよな。
俺に話があるのか、ハールブダン。
言っちゃった。でも今回は急に消えたわけじゃない。
ついてこいということだろう。さて、貴様たちはどうする？
そうだな。よし、あとを追ってみよう。
The Beautiful and the Damned.
ハールブダンはここから飛び降りたみたいだな。オイラたちも下へ行ってみようぜ。
Oh, here first. So this is where I came from? No, this is a different chamber. Oh, this. Okay, so this is the starting area. I see. Okay, so there's a shortcut now. Okay. Ugh. Wow. Hmm. Um. So it's below me somewhere. Okay, I see. So it doesn't really matter then.
ハールブ団はこの道を進んだ先で姿を消したみたいだな。
この先に俺たちに見せたいものがあるのかもしれない。行くぞ。
この辺りにもヒルチャールが暮らしてた痕跡があるな。
Okay.
前を見てみろ。ヒルチャールの集落の入り口っぽいぞ。入ってみようぜ。質素なヒルチャールの集落だな。おい、ここにもかわいそうなヒルチャールがいるぞ。それにもう動いてないやつも。ハールブ団がオイラたちに見せたかったのはこれなのか？
どちらにせよ調べる価値はある。ここ一帯を調査するとしよう。
このヒルチャールたち、もう息を引き取ったみたいだ。暗闇の中に溶けていこうとしてる。いつも大声を出して騒がしいヒルチャールたちがこんな風に老いていくなんて不思議な感じだな。ヒルチャールとの思い出にあまりいいものはないけどさ。それでもこいつらの最後の瞬間が安らかであったことを祈るよ。この箱ってヒルチャールたちが食べ物を保存するのに使うものだよな。中身は空っぽみたいだ。最後を迎えるヒルチャールは食事をする必要もないのか？オイラだったら少なくとも食べ物の味が恋しくなると思うけど。普通のヒルチャールと同じでここにもかがり火があるんだな。けどダインが言ってたはずだ。最後を迎えるヒルチャールは光を嫌うって。もしかしてこいつらも本当に最後の時は光と温かさを求めるのかな。ただの想像だぞ。別の理由があるかもしれないし。こんな地中深くにどうして花が？亡くなったヒルチャールに手向けたのかな。言われてみれば確かにどこかで見たことあるような。
これはカーン・ルイヤの国家インテイワットだ。かつてカーン・ルイヤの至る所に咲いていた。この花の開花期間はもともと2週間しかない。だが誰かに倒られカーン・ルイヤの土から離れるとその花びらの成長は止まり固まる。故郷の土に帰って初めて花びらは再び柔らかくなりやがて塵となって枯れる。故にインテイワットは勇士、つまり郷を離れて旅する者を象徴し、また故郷の優しさという意味を持つ。
あ、この花がここにあるってことはつまり。
姫様、ついに同意していただけましたか。
天理への対抗に傾倒するあまり、復興という大事な使命を忘れかけていた。確かにこんな優柔不断なままではいけない。
殿下、装置の準備はじきに完了する予定です。ご命令を。
賞賛はどのくらい？
理論上ですとおよそ。
いや、やっぱりいい。たとえ 1% でも望みがあるのなら、私たちも同じ。すでに深淵に飲み込まれてしまっている。尊厳なく生きるより、あの者たちは一刻も早く循環へと戻った方がいい。これ以上言われのない罪をあの者たちに背負わせはしない。
そのご決断は教団にとって実に良好。
ホタル。
何か見ていたようだな。何を見た？
そうそう、ずっとぼーっとしてたぞ。
なるほど。これが双子だけが持つ奇妙なつながりというやつか。今の話によれば、奴らは装置を利用して呪いを浄化しようとしている。おそらく先ほど見た装置のことだろう。それに彼女は復興と口にしたんだな。頑固な奴だ。やはりまだ諦めていなかったか。どうやら教団はこの地を利用してヒルチャールにかかった呪いを浄化するつもりのようだ。彼らを元に戻し、そしてカン類や復興の礎とするのだろう。何しろ国民なくして国家とは呼べないからな。ふん、全く愚かな考えだ。そんな可能性 1% も存在しない。言ったはずだ。俺はこの呪いと共に500年を過ごしてきた。救いなど決して存在しない。誰よりも俺はそれを理解している。そして呪われたら最後元には戻せない。仮に強引に呪いを払おうとすれば痛み以外に得られるものは何もないだろう。だから理性をもってして俺は何度も言い聞かせてきた。あれはもう人間ではないと。それに執着し感情を傾けすぎてしまえば、やがて奴らのように偽善という名の泥沼に沈んでいく。そうなってしまう前にもっと救う価値のあるものに目を向けるべきだ。ああ、確かにそうだ。俺たちはただの雇用関係だが、向こうは貴様にとって大切な血縁者だ。何の問題もない。貴様が彼女の肩を持つのも当たり前のことだ。だが貴様がどちらを選ぼうと俺の心が揺らぐことはない。アビスを阻止することこそ俺が歩む道だ。そうか。どうやら初めて会った時にした3つの質問は無駄ではなかったようだ。すでに貴様は自分なりの見方でこの世界を見ている。貴様が本心を明かした以上、俺も隠しておくつもりはない。俺は今回アビスを止めるという目的以上に、ただハールブダンたちの意志を踏みにじるアビスの独善的な行為を許せない。アビスはいつ現れるかわからない。油断せずに進もう。
I am really curious about how different this game feels if you choose to play the female character. Unfortunately, this game is very long and I don't really have the time to replay the whole game just with a different character to see how different the story feels if you play with a different character. Like, I guess the overall story is a bit different, but there might be some parts which feel different if you have if you play the female character and then have like the male character doing all those choices. So I am curious about this, but I definitely do not have the time to try it out.
ここからでもあの逆さの都市が見えるんだな。
いや違う。気をつけろ。
何が起きたんだ？前にあった真ん中の部屋から放たれた光か？目が。
まだ異変は続いている。どうやらアビスが動き出したようだ。
ダインスレイブ。なんとも執念深いやつだ。しかも殿下の血縁者と再び手を組むとは。前回転移網の確認が遅れ、お前をここに送ってしまったのは失態だったか。
逃げるばかりの臆病者だった貴様が俺の正面に立つとはな。何が貴様にそのような勇気を与えた？
我々は殿下のご意志を貫き、邪魔者を排除しなければならない。そしてこたびこそ民を苦しめ続ける呪いを全て取り除く。
あいつらを苦しめているのは貴様たちの方だ。あのヒルチャールたちには呪い以外何も残っていない。
もう引きはせぬ。さあ来い、ダインスレイブ。
そのくだらない意志とやらのために命を懸けてまで時間を稼ぐ必要があるのか。死に急ぐのであれば望み通りにしてやろう。貴様たちの言う呪いの浄化、池の下にあったあの装置を使うつもりか。
アビスが持つ技術を侮る。あの装置に水の浄化作用は何百倍にも増幅されている。
そのような強引で短絡的な手段、やはり貴様たちを買いかぶりすぎていたようだ。
Okay, phase 2.
準備できたかな？
終焉の審判。
そこだ。
万物を
重さ
滅ぼせ。
は安心できます。メイドの礼儀に気をつけます。やっこれで間に合いますね。
Okay, her ultimate isn't strong enough for this.
下がれ。
終焉の審判。
トン、そこだ。ほれ。はっ。くらえ。ボン。そこだ。
属性を断ち切れ。
トン、くらえ。リス。
湘南の波は満ちた。
はっ、そこだ。
世界は必ず燃え去る。
お前がずっと追いかけてたアビスの使徒、ついに倒したな。
雑談している暇はない。アビス教団の装置が作動した。今から破壊すればまだ間に合うはずだ。
おう、早く行こう。
Okay, so now I have to go back there again. Wait, what? Oh, that's interesting. There is one thing that I want to see. Okay, maybe this is a thing for later. But there is supposed to be a viewpoint over here somewhere. Touch. So this one will bring me to the middle, I guess. Yes. Cutscene.
あれが水の浄化作用を増幅させている装置だ。間に合わなかったか。極限の苦痛に苛まれながらあの者たちは命を終えるというのか。考えろ、あれを止める方法を。それをすれば貴様は。一瞬で消えてしまうものかと思ったが、ハールブダンの魂がこれほどまでに強靭だったとはな。
邪魔者め、去れ。
どこを見ている。俺を仕留める絶好の機会だ。そうだろう。
タイムスレイブ。
奴を倒して装置を止めるぞ。
アビス30。
よよはあ
ケオスの
やっ
実。真実に耳を傾け。
Ouch.
貫け。へいせやどけ。やっくらえ。
ケオスの実。
よっ
真実に耳を傾け。
ひゃ
Okay.
大きなる真理。
くらえ
進化を遂げよ。
トンそこだよやあ下がれほれトンやあそこだよあさあほれトン
神聖
くらえ
なる
燃えやめ下がれ任せてください
素晴らしき真理。
よはあいやほれ燃えやくらえ
扉はお前のために。
どうしようあのアビスの資材を倒しても装置が止まらないぞハールブダン
Let me take his place.
装置が動作している限り呪われた俺たちは本来の力を発揮できない。今この場でアビスに対抗できるのは貴様だけだ。あいつの献身を無駄にしないためにもここで時間を使うのは得策じゃない。転移の扉と周りの光は見たか。奴はおそらくエネルギー装置を他のところに分散しておいている。そこへ行き装置を確認するんだ。急ぐぞ。
あのアビスが設置した転移の扉を通るのかおい待てって
Touch. Do not touch. Oh, I see.
くらえ。やっほっはっやっはっよっはっ
ミュージック
Ouch.
岩の重さは安心できます。
とりゃよよへっせやひゃへっとりゃ口の中
みんなを守るからね。トンほれそこだ。急ごう。くらえ。この装置を早く破壊してヒルチャールたちを苦しみから解放してやろう。
Ah.
みんな頑張ってね。炎風の剣燃えよよっよっ
よっほっくらえはっやっへいひゃせやはっくらえ
Touch.
戦場のお掃除の時間です。
せやよやはっほっへとりゃ
辺りが暗くなった。真ん中の部屋に戻って確認しよう。
Okay, the portal disappeared, which means I have to go back the way I'm supposed to go. Okay. This can be quite difficult. Probably I can just go over here. I don't need to go to that room, I think. Okay, so then climb this. There is this thing, and I'm not exactly sure where it is. Maybe it's on a higher elevation. I don't know. I don't need to bother with that right now. Wait, is this... Okay, so I'm supposed to go over here. What's on the other side? Nothing, okay.
これで装置は完全に止まったよな。
ああ、焼けつくような痛みもなくなった。
オイラたちアビスの計画を阻止できたってことか。
確認させてくれ。
ダインのやつかなり落ち込んでるんじゃないか。昔の戦友とこんな形で再会するなんて。
行こう。
申し訳ございません。真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ様。あの時俺は民を守ることができませんでした。
いや、この500年貴様は自分の責務を果たしてくれた。今でも貴様たちは俺の誇りだ。
カーン・ルイヤは滅亡していないんですよね。だってこうしてあなた様が立っているんですから。
だから復興の必要もない。
さっきのってハールブ団の魂か？
ここには奇妙な力がいくつも集まっている。魂を目にしてもおかしくはないだろう。だがこれ以上深いところを探索するつもりなら注意する必要がある。
ああ、気をつけるよ。ところでダインは一緒に来ないのか？
さっきの装置で少なからずダメージを受けた。体が癒えるまでしばらく時間がかかる。
そうだったのかって。そんなのとっくに気づいてたぞ。ずーっと痩せ我慢してたんだろ。ダインにも休みが必要だと思うぞ。例えば休暇を取るとか。
休暇俺に似つかわしくない言葉だな。俺にはまだなさなければならないことがある。今この時も運命の初期の計画は進んでいるのだからな。ここの増幅装置もあの計画と何か関係があると疑った方がいい。気遣い感謝する雇用主。次に会う時貴様が向こう側になっていないことを祈ろう。
I'm on my own side!
最後にあんなこと言うなんて根に持つにも程があるぞ。お前の妹さんには会えなかったけど手がかりはいっぱい手に入ったな。旅を続けてればいつか会える日が来るさ。そしたらちゃんと仲直りするんだぞ。忘れるところだった。オイラたちヒルチャールの変わった行動を調べにここへ来たんだったよな。ひとまずコウフさんに報告はできるけど、どこから話せばいいんだ？ここの出来事って事情を知らない人からすると複雑すぎるし、とりあえず依頼のことは忘れないようにしとこう。
Okay. That only took an hour or so. But I probably don't have time for another thing. Oh! Go to the land of the Dendro Archon. So that's the next quest. Okay, so it was just a short intervention. Okay.
行くか。
In 2 days there's a new trial. I mean, technically tomorrow is the new trial, but I will be on work when the trial comes out, so I have to do it one day after it. The problem on that day, I probably don't have time to record, so I have to do it on the next day. So the day after tomorrow. Or something like that. Forest of Change. The unexpected guest, concerned about the situation down in the Chasm, you and Palmer decide to go investigate the area, only to run into something unexpected there. I think this quest might be related to Yelan. Go to the lower levels of the Chasm. So there is still some quests in the Chasm. Imperatrix Umbrosa. and Taurus Irakun. So I'm assuming I have to do, yeah, her quest, and I have to do her quest before I can do this quest. I kind of want to do that first, right? Like, so that means in the next episodes I'm going to do Raiden's quest, and then I'm going to do Yelan's quest. I can technically do all those quests. This too? Okay, so I can all those quests after I do Raiden's quest. I have never met this guy, so I don't know about him. And we also never have met Ayato. Technically, we have never met Yelan. I'm really curious about Yelan's story quest because okay, so I have a feeling that the Chasm quest, that this is all like, right? So what I mentioned in one of the previous episodes is that this place was probably sealed off over here, and you weren't supposed to go here until you have finished this quest, right? That was my assumption in last quest. So what I'm assuming the natural order of things is to complete all of Inazuma, then do Raiden's quest, like all of Inazuma, the main quest of Inazuma, then you are supposed to do Raiden's story quest? Interlude chapter 2. Wait a second. So, okay, alright, wait a second. Taurus. Which quest is Taurus? Taurus, that's probably his quest? No. The second quest for Yumiya. Which is the Taurus quest? No, it is his quest, right. Ah, okay, I understand. So I have to... So, after finishing Inazuma, you're supposed to do Raiden's quest, then you're supposed to do Kokomi's quest, and then you're supposed to do this quest. Then you are supposed to go into the Chasm, and after the Chasm, you're supposed to do this quest. I see. Okay, so I have to do those 3 story quests before I can do this quest. I'm assuming in this quest, we meet... Okay, so my prediction for this quest will be that in this quest, we are going to meet one of the Qixing, for example, Kiking, in the Chasm. Then we are looking into the Chasm, and in this quest we are going to meet Yelan, and I'm assuming Yelan is the Yaksha that was sealed 500 years ago into the Chasm by defeating that snake, right? And then, after this quest, we are supposed to actually complete the Chasm. I think this is the natural order on how the story flows. This is very complicated, and I've already said it again, that is the reason why I don't like doing things out of order, because it's just so confusing. But I guess I don't have another choice. And if I want to prevent that confusion, I have to, if I legitimately want to, Sumeru, let's go to Sumeru. If I really want to avoid this confusion, what I have to do is to do everything as fast as possible so that I'm up to date with the releases. The problem is that's a huge amount of content. Even if I'm only doing not side quests, but I think the more important quests are those quests which are marked on the world map, right? World quest. Not every side quest, but I probably have to do every world quest, and of course I have to do the story quest. And just this will take such a huge amount of time. It might, like, even if I play every day for the next, like, if I record every day for the next month, I will still probably not be able to finish this, because there's so much content in this game. And I still don't understand why people are making fun of Genshin Impact for being, oh, it's the waifu game, only desperate people would play this game. This is legit one of the best games I've ever played. Like, since the release of Genshin Impact, I haven't played a better game than Genshin Impact. And it's still so infamous. I don't understand. For this quest, I'm supposed to go over here, I think. No, I'm supposed to go over here and then to this one, and then there's like this natural order of things. But I won't do this for now. Like, I will keep out of Sumeru for now, because there seems to be more things that I'm supposed to do before I go to Sumeru. Besides that, let's go to Leary. I still have like half an hour. I technically have about an hour time now, but I don't think I can do anything right now. So, like, I can probably do one side quest or so, but that's it. I will take a short break and then try to look for something that I can do. Okay. What can I do? I kind of want to take a look at my characters, right? So, I've got Yanfei to level 90, only missing some experience points. And I am about to farm artifacts for Barbara, right? I'm trying to farm the ocean-hued clam. Why do I want to... So why do I want this artifact set for her? Right? Because I want to have a healer in my party that not just heals, but also deals some damage. And so what is this set doing? When this equipped character heals a character in the party, a sea-dyed foam will appear for 3 seconds, and this sea-dyed foam will accumulate HP, accumulate a number based on the amount of hit, and 90% of this number is dealt as damage, and the max amount can be 300,000, so 30,000. So this skill, or like this artifact, will essentially deal 27,000 damage every 3.5 seconds, which is not much. It is a lot, but I think this is comparable to a character that is placed and that is built on physical damage. And the problem is that it has a maximum limit, right? So other characters would be able to deal more damage. But this is a way for healing characters to deal damage. And essentially, this artifact set is good on every character that has a passive heal. Which is an active healer, but has a passive heal, right? So Barbara, if she uses her elemental skill, her base attack will heal. So this is where Barbara's damage would be coming from if she had this artifact set. Now, so the thing is, what stats do I want? So the most important stat for this one is HP, because healing is based off HP. So the more HP I have, the more damage I can deal with this artifact set. So, what do I have? Also, I probably want a hydro damage bonus. I have this one, which has attack, and I have this one. They're both not good for what I want it to do. This is electro damage. This one is hydro damage. This is actually good. So I might be thinking about switching this hydro damage to Barbara. I think I should switch this hydro damage to Barbara. However, that means I need another hydro damage. This one could be good. I'm not so sure about this. I don't want elemental mastery and I don't want energy recharge on my water-based traveler. And this one isn't good either. So, you know what? I'm going to disable them because they suck. But I definitely want this Wanderer string on Barbara. Yeah, because of the 80%, like, the most stats that got invested here are HP and energy recharge, and this is very good for Barbara. So this one, I don't want to use it, so let's switch this one to Barbara. Besides that, I have this one, which is HP percentage, which is essentially what I want. Now the problem is it doesn't really have a good sub, what is it called? This one is also interesting. This one would probably good for a damage-based gene or something like this. So I probably don't want HP as a main stat. I probably want healing bonus as a main stat. This one is actually not that bad. But the problem is, if I choose this one, I cannot get the full effect of the ocean-hued clam. So I can technically not choose this one. Unless I get an ocean-hued clam water goblet. So I'm not sure what is more rare. A Crown of Watasumi with healing bonus, or a... is it this one? Yeah, a Pearl Cage with water damage. So I'm not sure. For now, I have to take this one, but I would rather use this one than this one. Especially because this has HP as a substat, right? Like, this doesn't have a good substat. This one is essentially garbage. Yeah, this one is pretty garbage. I don't want to use that. So let's remove it. I have 2 flowers. So this flower has HP percentage. This one has attack percentage. This one is definitely better. It also has energy recharge, which is okay. Energy recharge is pretty good for Barbara. So I'm definitely going to use this one. I also have a plume. But the plume doesn't have any good stats. So the way it looks for now, I only have 2 sets. I don't really care about the second effect of the Maiden's Heart. Okay, so this is what I want for Barbara. I also was thinking maybe I should switch to a different set for Yanfei. Right, so her current set is the Wanderer's Trope set, which essentially gives her 35% more damage on charged attack. This one is, in my opinion, a fairly good artifact set for Yanfei. However, an interesting thing about Yanfei's damage is that she deals... she deals 80% damage based on her attack as extra damage if she lands a crit with a charge attack, and this attack also counts as a charge attack, right? So I am assuming that this damage gets increased by the set, right? But the question is, maybe going for a set that increases her crit rate is better than going for this set. I do have a crit rate of 52%. So let me take a look if there's a set that does more. So there's this set. This is actually interesting. I could use this set on Yanfei if I want to use Yanfei against ice enemies, for example, the cryohypostasis. She doesn't get the 15% damage bonus from the second set, but she definitely gets 20% more crit. Which would be interesting. I'm not sure if this is viable, however. So over here, this is Animo set. This is not a set. What do we have over here? So we have Pale Flame, which is a physical damage set. When an elemental skill hits an opponent, attack is increased by 9% for 7 seconds. This might be a good set for... I might consider choosing this set for Razor. It might be better than the other one. I mean, the main point about the set is that it gives you extra 50% physical damage. And I think I've calculated that 50%, if you already have 50% damage, getting a 50% increased physical damage, getting another 50% increased physical damage is better than the 35% increased base attack damage. I think I've calculated that, but I'm not sure about this. This one, when a rental skin hits an amount, okay, this one is the supporting set. This, I'm not sure if this is a good set for... what was the name again? Noel. I don't think this is a good set for Noel, because Noel skates with defense and not with HP. But this one might actually be considerable, because if I, if I go switch to Noel and activate her shield and hit an enemy with that shield, that means that my my other characters get 20% more attack. So this is actually an interesting set to have. I'm not sure if I want it on a different character. Wait. This might actually be good for Lila. Let's take a look at Lila. Yeah, this might actually be good for Lila. But there might be a better one for Lila. I was looking for sets for Yanfei right now, so we have this set. This one. Increase overload burning and burgeon damage by 40%. Increase vaporaze and melt damage by 15%. Using elemental skill increases this by 50% of its starting value for 10 seconds. This might actually be a good set for fire characters. Okay, I should definitely consider this set for Yanfei, because Right, so like it says that the two set bonus is increased by 15%, which means I would assume that it's increased by 75%. And this can happen 3 times, which would be 22.5%, which means that this artifact gives you 30.7.5. Yeah, no, 30.7.9, that doesn't make sense. 37.5% more pyro damage, which isn't bad. And it also increases your burning damage. However, I think... I'm not sure which set is stronger. I would assume that this set is... So, this set is definitely stronger than the Wanderer's Trope, if you consider the bonus for elemental overloads, whatever. So, but I'm not sure if like the other one, the other ability of this set is standalone better than what Yanfei currently has. But I think this is definitely better, so I might go for Crimson Witch of Flames. So then there's sets over here, which is essentially the offense elective and defense elective one. It doesn't matter. So, those two sets are just for base attacks. And this is for ultimate, and this is for base attacks, so that doesn't really matter for Yanfei. This one is standard damage, and this is elemental mastery. What is the second bonus? Within 8 seconds of triggering an elemental reaction, this character can obtain buffs based on the element type of the other party member. Oh yeah, this is probably a good one for characters that only purpose is for elemental support. Like the biggest character, wind characters probably get the biggest bonus out of this because they can react with the most elements. Oh, but the interesting about this one is that you get an attack bonus if the characters have the same element, and an elemental mastery bonus if the character have a different element. That means the way I could use it in a full elemental party. But the problem is if I have a full elemental party, it will be difficult to create elemental reactions. This might actually be a really good artifact. I don't think this one is actually good. It is, right? Like the attack bonus. The attack bonus isn't really good. In the best case scenario, you have 4 characters of the same element, which means you would get a bonus of 42% attack. The problem is, it is difficult to do an elemental reaction that way. The other effect is probably good for characters like Animo, or just for elemental support characters that give more elemental mastery. I can imagine that this artifact has a good utility for farming certain dungeons. For example, in this dungeon, because the way this dungeon works is that there is a mechanism that applies pyro to all enemies, right? And this would allow you to get an elemental reaction with all having all the same characters, right? All the same element. So you could actually get 42% damage out of it. So this might 42% attack out of it, which might be good. But I think the other bonus is more relevant. And it's probably has the most relevant for anime characters. Because anime characters can react the most, so they can get reactions as the easiest, but it doesn't really matter that much. It gives 150 elemental mastery. I'm not sure if this is actually a relevant number because elemental mastery has a diminishing return. So I'm not sure if this is actually good or not. Let's do domains only. Okay, this is actually helpful. We have the City of Gold, which has the Desert Pavilion Chronicle, which is an animo damage bonus. When charge attack hits opponents, the equipped character's normal attack speed will increase by 10%. This one is good for a certain amount of characters. This is essentially good for every animo character that doesn't play on Swirl. So this is definitely an artifact that I have to farm. Flowers of Paradise. Paradise Lost. Another elemental mastery based one. The equipping characters Bloom, Hyperbloom, and Burgeon reactions damage up increased by 30%. This one is definitely an artifact I have to get for Cave. Just because Cave is completely based around Bloom. So this is essentially his unique artifact set. So there's nothing I have to talk about. There's no reason for me to talk about it anymore. Then we have over here. This is hydro damage. This is essentially the damage that I want for a lot of my water characters. I mean, what means a lot? 2 of my water characters that are good with this one, right? The Traveler. I probably want this one for the Traveler. Because he just gets the highest damage bonus out of it. And I probably also want this one for my Guhan clan character. What is his name? I can't pronounce his name. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Here, this guy, Qingqi. This would probably be a good set on him. I'm not sure if there are better sets, right? That's actually something interesting because you have a water set over here too. After using elemental skill, increase normal attack and charge attack damage by 20% for 15 seconds. That's an interesting one. But the problem with this is this one is just better, right? Gladiators is essentially better than that. Like, I don't understand why this artifact set exists in the first place. It might be useful for water mages. Yeah, I guess this set is good for water mages. I don't have a water mage now. I have Barbara, but Barbara is more of a priest than a mage. I guess this artifact set would be good for Mona. I'm not sure what Mona's cooldown is. But I guess Mona is the only character where this set would actually be good. I cannot imagine any other character that would profit from this one. Maybe Tartaglia. I can see that Tartaglia might also be good with this one. Especially if you switch to his dual blades, which counts as the usage of an elemental skill, and then you would use your base attack, which is now water, so it gets the 50% hydro damage bonus, and it gets the 30% attack bonus. Normal attack bonus. Yeah, so presumably it's good for Mona and good for Tartaglia. I don't think this one is good for Yelan, because Yelan doesn't really rely on her base attacks. Her base attacks doesn't scale with HP. It only scales with HP for the first hit in combat, or like for the hit before you're in combat. And besides that, her main damage portion is her ultimate. Right, her elemental skill is for utility, and her ultimate is like the main damage she has. So I guess this set is good for Mona and for Tartaglia, which are both characters that I don't have. So the other water set is usually better. It is definitely better for my traveler, and it's definitely better for Xingqi. And then we have, like, the last sets we have are those. There hasn't been any new sets, no. So those are the only sets that exist right now. This one, normal and charge damage increased by 15%, which is interesting. Because up until now, we only had elemental damage, right? So only mages would profit from this effect. But the fact that this one says normal and charge attack damage instead of physical damage or instead of elemental damage means that this is viable for mages. This bonus is probably better for mages because I'm assuming that normal and charged attack damage is multiplicative to elemental damage boost. But, like, I don't know, I haven't programmed this game. That's just what I would assume based on my own logic. So it might not be true after all, but I'm just assuming it. And then what's interesting, when current HP increased or decreases, crit rate will be increased by 12% for 5 seconds max reset, which means this gives you 36% crit chance, which is a lot. Like, it is so much. I would actually consider that if I have this set on a character, that I'm not going for crit chance on this character because so I don't remember if I have this explained in a video or something. I've always wanted to explain that, but there are certain thresholds for crit chance, and if you reach this threshold, another percentage of crit chance is less efficient, right? And those thresholds are, for example, at 10%, then the next one is at 25%, the next one is at 20%, then 25%, because if you have a crit chance of 10, that means it takes you roughly 10 attacks to get a crit. If you have a crit chance of 20%, then it roughly takes you 5 hits to get a crit. And by 25, it's 4. By 33, it's 3, and which is this one what is giving you, right? And the next threshold would be at 50%, and once you reach 50%, the next threshold would be 100%, right? So you essentially have a huge jump once you've reached 50%. To 100%, it's just another 50%, and from 33 to 50 is 70%. Obviously, it's 33.33333 period percentage, but I'm usually I mean, we can say that the threshold is at 4%. It doesn't matter that much, right? This one gives you 36%, which means it gives you the third best threshold, right? The next best threshold would be at 50%, and the one after that would be on 100%. Since this is already so good, I would consider not going for crit chance on a character that has this set and can actually utilize the set. So this is actually a pretty good set. Not because the effect is good, but because you don't need to care for crit chance if you have the set. And, like, it is more important to have additional damage or HP depending on what skill scales with this, right? Like, this is probably the main set for Nouvelier, and for maybe other base attack damage dealing damage, life sacrificing healing characters, right? Like, this set can also be good for Jean, right? I mean, it doesn't increase her healing, but it utilizes her healing and increases her damage based on her healing. At least I'm assuming this. I don't know if this actually works. But then again, I probably wouldn't go for a base attack based set on Jean. I would rather go for an attack set on Jean because her healing scales with attack, and since she has a passive healing, I also want to utilize that healing. Anyway, this is a pretty good set. But only if a character can use that ability. I think this might actually the best set of all the sets the game has right now, just because it has it has a really big trade-off. The trade-off is that you need a character that can manage its HP, right? Either a blood mage set or a healing set. In best case, both, which Novillier has, because I think his charge attack costs HP, and if he uses his ultimate or his elemental skill, he will create blobs, and if he uses his charge attack, he will absorb those blobs, and those blobs heal him, which triggers this effect. So this is actually a really good set on Novillier. And yeah, right, but the thing is, this set is useless on characters who cannot utilize this, right? I mean, it is kind of useful on every character, but because you kind of lose HP with every character, but it is a huge trade-off, right? It only gives you a bonus if you're, like, it's only good if you can get the max amount of stacks, and you can only get the max amount of stacks if you have a character that has a set of abilities that synergizes with this one. Which is why I think that this is actually one of the best designed sets in the game. Anyway, those sets are kind of useless, I guess. This is actually interesting, but it doesn't have a legendary version of it. Okay, so this is the last set. The Golden Trope set. Increase elemental skill damage by 20%. Increase elemental skill damage by 25%. Which means you have an increased elemental skill damage by 45, which is a lot. And then, additionally, when not on the field, elemental skill damage will be further increased by 25%. This effect will be cleared 2 seconds after taking the field. So this can actually give you a 70% additional elemental skill damage, which is a lot, because this is a unique multiplier, right? So if you already have a huge amount of elemental skill damage of attack, this all is a multiplier, and this is an extra multiplier. So this is, like, this artifact is the reason why Farina is so OP. But there are other characters that might be that might utilize this set, right? Like, one character that might be able to utilize this set is I mean, obviously Fischl can utilize this set because you can place down Oz and then switch to a different character. Not Kaya, not Novillier, not him. I don't think Hirara. No, not him, not... She can also utilize this set because you can apply her Yungui or whatever its name is. And then switch to a different character. No, not Shukros. I'm not sure if this works with him, because you can place down his elemental skill, and then it switches the type of damage from other characters. But I'm not sure if this works, because I think his elemental skill doesn't add extra damage. But it works with Cookie. Right? Like, what is Cookie's ability again? She sacrifices a portion of her HP, and then she has this lightning ring around her. This lightning ring will deal damage per second, I assume, in enemies within the radius of this damage. Right? So what you can do is you can use, and also it heals the character that it has, right? So what you can do is use this skill, switch to a different character, and then first profit from the healing of this ability, secondly deal increased damage because of the set, right? So this might be a pretty good set for her. To be fair, like, Cookie is a really weird character. There are also those 3 characters, but neither of them can heal. Because I was thinking that this set might also actually be good on her, right? Because you're using so unfortunately she only heals the active character, and this artifact set heals from every heal, not just from healing the active characters. So on Barbara, this one is 4 times more effective than on Cookie. Or like Cookie, this artifact set on Cookie is only 25% efficient on her compared to Barbara. But it is still an interesting option to go for this. It definitely depends on how much you heal. I don't think you will get nearly enough, that you will get close enough to the maximum to actually be viable. Also the fact that I don't really would want to go on HP with Cookie. Well, maybe going on HP makes sense based on her ultimate. Yeah, I think she is like an HP based character. In which case, I would want to get as much HP as possible on her and then use the foam. I'm not sure if the thing is, there are probably better artifact set than the ocean hued clam set. I would have to figure out how much healing it does. It is 3% of a maximum HP plus 300. Let's ignore the plus 300 and let's think how much HP she can have. The most amount of HP I saw was probably like 50,000. So, what's the weapon? Yeah, the heroic weapon gives the HP. From which country is that? Pure sacred drop. Okay, so it's probably in Inazuma. No, it's not in Inazuma. It's a fontaine weapon. So if I'm assuming you can get like 50,000 HP on her, she would heal 3% of that. Let me open calculator. 3% of 50,000. 50,000. I forgot how to do math. That should be it. It's 1,500 per second. The problem is it only matters how much she heals within 3 seconds. That is nothing. That is actually nothing. Maybe... Okay, I'm believing to think that the ocean hued clamp or whatever the set name is not that good. I'm assuming that the sanctification healing increases if I level the ability. The thing is, based on the information that I currently have, it would only heal 4,500 4,500 damage, so it would heal HP, and it would only deal like 4,050 damage. That is not... I mean, 4,050 damage every 3 seconds is not bad. It is essentially what you usually have in the domains, right? So, for example, in this domain... No, not this one, this one. I cannot see what the domain does. Okay, never mind. I also didn't look at those artifacts, I think. Nah, I forgot about this one, about those artifacts. Anyway, it is not... If you can actually... Like, the max amount of damage is 27k, which is every 3 seconds, which is actually a lot. Like, this is broken, 27k damage per second. Per 3 seconds. This is actually a lot. I'm assuming you're not getting to the limit that close, because that would be broken. I'm assuming it probably, like, the idea is, for example, with Barbara, is you use her healing, and then her base healing isn't that much, but you can also use the ultimate in this time frame, which would boost the damage by a lot. And so that's why I'm assuming the limit is so high. Like, I don't think you would reach the limit normally. But I'm curious how much damage it would deal on Barbara. Okay, so the healing per hit is much lower. The charge attacks generate 4 times the amount of healing. I don't know what the period is. Let's assume that is really nothing. Let's assume this is nothing. Yes, her healing is quite low. I thought her healing is low because she doesn't have much HP, but it doesn't really scale that much. Let's assume she has 50k HP, like in my previous assumption. 0.86 is much. Let's say it's about 1%. I can probably level it up. Yeah, okay, let's level it up to 5. This should be like roughly 1% now. And 1% per hit. Let's assume she gets 4 attacks per hit. 4 attacks within 3 seconds, because this is her combo. That would be 4% of her max HP. That is lower. That's definitely lower than... Yeah, this is... Huh. If we assume it counts for every other characters, right? So that would be another multiplier by 4. So essentially 16% of her health. 16% of 50,000. Right? Because 1% per hit, she's able to do 4 hits per 3-second rotation. And she's going to heal 4 characters, so her healing is multiplied by 4. This is how I get to the 16%. Just in case anyone wondered. So we have 50,000 divided by 100 multiplied by 16. That would be 8,000 damage. That is definitely more than Cookie would do, but it's only... It's less than double of that. And Cookie's skill is at level 1, so Cookie might actually be able to deal more damage. That is interesting. It's interesting how this is balanced. So this set might actually be just as good on Cookie than it is on Barbara, even though Cookie has essentially a weaker healing, because it only heals the active character, but the healing itself is stronger, so it actually has roughly the same outcome as Barbara's healing. That is interesting. That is really interesting. So I guess this is a viable set for Cookie then. It might also be viable for other healing characters, as long as those characters can heal often enough, right? Like, if we take a look at Cookie, like how Cookie heals, or Cookie, I don't know how to pronounce it, I don't care. Like, okay, so I assume that this heals every second, but it's possible that it doesn't heal every second, right? It is possible that it only heals like every 3 seconds. I could test that out. It has a duration of 12 seconds, which is probably not optimal for the clam set. And there's a cooldown of 15 seconds. So she can roughly deal 4,000 damage times 3 over the course of her ability use, and she can do this every 15 seconds. That's roughly how much damage she deals. This is not bad, but I think I have to test out whether the healing is actually accurate. Like, it is important to know whether the healing is per second or if it's in longer intervals. Because what I've calculated now is per second.
収集のつかない仕事じゃないと。
Okay. Let me test that again. She has a cooldown of 15 seconds. Okay, it's roughly every 1.5 seconds. I think the startup is 2 seconds. Yes. So it starts... Okay, I see how this ability works now. So it starts after 2 seconds, right? So the first healing impulse is after the first 2 seconds, and then it goes off every 1.5 seconds. Okay. So that means she can get 2 to 3. Ah, this makes it a bit more complicated. No, this is no. So she can get 2 healing impulse. Her skill is actually perfectly made for the artifact set. Because this one goes for 3 seconds, right? On the first impulse, she will heal. Then she will heal another time after 1.5 seconds, and then another time on 1.5 seconds. Which means that she's going to heal 3 times for 1 foam. After that, the foam has a 0.5 seconds cooldown, which doesn't matter, because her next healing impulse is 1.5 seconds after the last one ended, so it's 1 second after the cooldown from this set is ready again. And she roughly heals... Yeah, so with 1 elemental skill cast, she will apply this artifact set ability 2 times, and everyone has, like, in every charge has 3 times of a healing. Which means she's going to deal 8,000 additional damage with this set over the course of the use of her ability if she has 50,000 HP. And the damage is probably going to increase if I increase her ability level. That is interesting. It can, like... I don't know if other people can understand why I think that this is interesting. Duration is increased by 3 seconds. Also important, another 3 seconds, which means it increases the amount of damage the foam will deal just by another rotation. That is... And also what that means is that she can have this ability always active. So this is broken. They increase the level, which is good. When the normal charge and turning effect character affected by Shinobu's grass hits opponent, a thunder grass mark for an opponent, dealing extra damage based on HP, which is good. Takes detail damage, this instant damage will not take her down. This effect will tournament trigger when her HP reaches 1 level 3 once every second. She will gain 100 damage for 12 seconds. Yeah, that is not that important, but the fact that she can survive a lethal hit is very important. This is a really... Holy shit. Okay. For people who don't understand why I think this is interesting, is because this is a very well designed character with a very well designed, like, the way this character is designed around the artifact set, or the artifact set around this character, is insane. Like, at first I thought that this set is like purely made for... Wait, let's go to the character archives, right? So at first I thought that this bubble form set is completely designed for... Where do we have her? For Kokumi? Where is she? Right here. For Sangonomiya Kokumi. Let's take a look at her talents. It's a regeneration effect. So I cannot test out what the delay of the regeneration effect is, but let's assume it's 1.5 seconds. It has a duration of 12. And her ultimate gives her regeneration per hit. I'm assuming it also gets 4 attacks within 3 seconds. Like, okay, she only has 3, so it might be possible that she only gets 3 attacks per rotation. But I think her heal is slightly better than that. So the damage might equal out with compared to Barbara's damage. The duration is only for 10 seconds, which is, I think, less optimal than Barbara's one, because Barbara has a really long ability, right? This has 15 seconds, yeah, but it also has a much higher cooldown. But it's not an ultimate, right? So those are all factors that you have to consider. And yeah, so Kokumi's healing is a bit higher than Barbara's, but what you have to consider is that Barbara has a 4-hit combo and Kokumi only has a 3-hit combo, which means it equals each other out, right? She can get 1 more hit per combo rotation, which means she can get 4 hits faster than Kokumi can get 4 hits. Which means it equals each other out. Like, it is shocking to me how well designed this game is, or how well designed the character is, how well designed the artifacts are to the characters. Because, like, for now, I thought that this artifact set is essentially an artifact set that was designed around Kokumi, because it fits her style. So I would have assumed that this is completely based on Kokumi, and if there are other characters that also can utilize the set, it's good, but it wasn't the purpose of the set. But now, when I look at it, it feels like that the purpose of this set wasn't for Kokumi. It's just a coincidence that this set is styled after Kokumi. And this is what I find so interesting about this. And it's probably really a shame that no one is going to listen to what I'm saying right now, because it is a very important message, at least in my opinion, and no one is going to listen to it, which is really sad. Like, I often see how people are mocking this game for what it is. Like, it's a waifu game. Only virgins will play this game. This game makes too much money. And so on and so forth. But this game is a masterpiece. I don't give a shit about waifus. I don't give a shit about whatever. This game is a mechanical masterpiece. I don't love this game because I can have waifus in this game, or because this game fuels waifu fantasies. I love this game because it's a mechanical masterpiece. And I haven't seen such a thing in any other game. I haven't seen any other game which is a mechanical masterpiece like this one. At least not from Western game developer studios. And to be fair, I probably haven't I haven't looked too deep into the mechanics of other games. It's because most JRPGs are just action-based, right? They have they don't really have deep mechanics or so. They are just there for action, for good looks, and so on. So I'm usually not a fan of JRPGs. And what's about Western RPGs is Western RPGs kind of lost their spirit. They lost what RPGs were once supposed to be, and that makes me sad. And that's why I don't enjoy Western RPGs anymore. But this game makes me feel like there's hope for our future. That sounds stupid, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just my personal thinking, my personal feelings. I haven't seen a game that is as good as Genshin Impact in a very long time. Okay, talking for my soul. I do have 50 minutes left, so let me take a look at the 3 artifact sets. Technically 4. I think we look at this artifact set. So this artifact set gives you 30% defense, which is good for defense-oriented character. It also increases your geo attack. The way it works is when on the field the character gets 1 stack after hitting an opponent with a geo attack, triggering a maximum of once every 0.3 seconds. When off the field, the character gets 1 stack every 3 seconds. Curiosities that can catch up to 4 times, each providing 6% defense and 6% geo damage. This set feels like it was made for Noelle, right? Because you don't really want Noelle out of the time, out on the field most of the time, so she can passively stack those. And even if she doesn't have them stacked, yeah, when 6 seconds pass without gaining a curious auto stack, 1 stack is lost, right? It doesn't really matter because Noelle is not my active character, so she usually has the max stats. Then, if I want to use Noelle, I want to use her for the shield, and I want to use her for the ultimate. So, if I have her on the field, use shield, use ultimate, and then punch the crap out of the enemies, she will have 24% more geo damage, which is probably additive to the other geo damage, but that's not an issue. And she also gets increased defense, which increases the damage of her ultimate. And she essentially can stack this as long as her ultimate is active, right? As long as she's dealing geo damage. Which feels like that this set was made for Noelle. But if you think about it, technically every geo character can utilize the set. The characters who get the most bonus from the set is characters which scale with defense. Ningguang unfortunately doesn't scale with defense, so it is useful on her because she can utilize the geo damage bonus, but there are probably other stats which would give her a higher damage bonus, and those other stats are to be preferred. I mean, otherwise she can have always max stacks because she deals geo damage with her base attack. I don't think I have another character that can utilize this effect. Oops, I didn't want to teleport. Ah, damn it. There is Guru, which is a Geo Archer. I'm not sure what Guru's elemental skill is or what his ultimate is, but I'm assuming he can also utilize this artifact set. Like in the best case scenario, Guru is probably an earth-based archer that scales with defense. Right, so that would be the best case for him. And besides that, I don't really know about any other characters. I don't have that many geo characters. I only have 3. And I can only use 2 of them. I mean, I could use the 3rd one too now that I have the Golden Wolf Lord unlocked, but I don't really like this fight. Okay, so then we have 2 more sets. The Shimenava's Reminiscence. When casting an elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy and normal charge plunging attack damage is increased by 50% for 10%. This set is good on characters that have an elemental skill that changes their base attack. So, for example, Hutao, right? Hutao's elemental skill will sacrifice a part of her HP and then makes it so that her base damage deals fire damage or pyro damage, which is pretty good, right? So this set is good on her because if she uses her elemental skill, she will lose energy. Well, she needs energy to regenerate her health, but she essentially if you have a different way to heal Hutao, then this might actually be a good set on her, because that way you can just straight up increase her base attack by 50% and yeah, go ham. Other characters where this might be good on 5th. Yeah, essentially every character that scales with base attack. So this ability might also be good on Racer. This might actually be really good on Racer because 50, like currently I have a 35% on him, but 50% is better, and this would actually be better than the other set. Pale Flame was this name. So this would actually be better than Pale Flame. But the offset is that I cannot use his ultimate. And his ultimate is important because his ultimate increases his attack speed, right? So his ultimate also increases his base attack damage. So yeah, and you need 15 energy to be able to use it. But he is pretty good at regenerating energy, so it is probably possible to manage that. But I guess this artifact set is better on characters who don't really want to use the ultimate. Like, this would also be good on Yoimiya, because Yoimiya has a similar elemental skill to Hutao, but she doesn't need to use her ultimate, because her ultimate is essentially like a finisher for her. She deals AoE damage and then she has to switch out, because her ultimate gives a buff to other characters. So this might actually be a good set on Yoimiya. And the last one is Emblem of Severed Fate. Energy recharge. Increase element burst damage on 25% of energy recharge. A maximum of 75 bonus damage can be obtained in this way. I mean, this one is obviously very good for characters that have an ultimate that adds additional damage to their base attack, right? So this one is good for Raiden, I think. This one is good for Sino. I definitely want this one for Sino. Like, everything else is irrelevant. This is the only set that I need on Sino. I'm not sure if this set is good on Razor, because it enhances the damage of Razor's ultimate, but his ultimate doesn't really deal that much damage. Like, the main point of his ultimate is that it increases the attack speed, and he also deals additional strikes alongside Razor's normal attack, dealing electro damage. It's 30% of normal attack, which means it probably doesn't scale with burst damage. But like, only the initial activity increases burst damage, so this set might not be good on him. And then we also have Electro Traveler. I don't know, Electro Traveler kinda sucks. I always love to repeat it. But let's take a look what his ultimate does. The damage isn't that great, but I would assume that it amplifies its damage. It's just not that great. It might So it increases damage for 75% up to 75%. So that also means it would be technically good on every character that goes for ultimates. Or like that have just a high base damage on ultimates. I think Kirara has high base damage. I think Kicking has high base damage. I'm not sure if this one is good for Yelan. Like, there are probably other sets that are better for her. No. The thing is, it has to be like a pure damage ultimate and not a buffing ultimate. It deals 50%. I'm assuming it deals every second for 15 seconds. That means it's 50 times 15, which is 500, 750. I think that's a high one. But I think it's lower than Kirara's. 750%. So how much has Kirara? I probably can't see full Kirara yet. 507 at level 1. Oh, she needs Spectral Hust. I hate farming Spectral Hust. Farming Spectral Hust is a pain. I'm probably going to use Stardust for that. And I cannot see what else she has because I have to make her stronger first. Bewitching Tales. Kirara is also a weird character. She scales with HP. All characters that scale with HP are weird. But, like, it's interesting that her... What's interesting about her is that her damage doesn't scale with HP, but you deal extra damage based on your HP. Like, that is interesting. So you still want to have lots of attack, because because attack is your base damage in this sense, and then your base damage gets amplified by your HP. Which is really interesting. This is really interesting. I like this kind of scaling because it feels like you have to offset the amount of extra HP with the amount of extra attack to get the maximum benefit out of it. While like the water characters in general, yeah, that's like Yelan, right? For Yelan, you just want more HP. Like, you just want more HP to deal more damage. It's not like that her base damage is based on attack and then gets amplified by HP, or that her damage is based on both attack and HP. No, her damage is just based on HP, which is just awful. Like, this is the point where I say that this game has bad design. Because this is just bad design. Like, I don't need to justify this. This is just straight up bad design. Like, what's the point of attack if your damage is not based on attack? Like, the thing is, defense and HP have a standalone value, right? Defense reduces the amount of damage you gain, and HP reduces the amount of damage you can sustain. But attack, like, the only purpose of attack is that it increases your damage, and for Yelan, it doesn't increase her damage, because her skills don't scale with attack. Only her base attack scales with attack, and so you have to make a choice. Do I go for attack to get the most of my base attack, or do I go for HP to make the most out of my ultimate? And I just think that is awful. It is a bit different with Nouvelier, because Nouvelier's main damage source is his base attack, and his elemental skill and elemental burst are just there to support his base attack, his charged attack, and his charged attack both scales with HP and it scales with attack. Right. So I'm like, Nouvelier is better designed, but you have the same problem with Farina too. I don't have Farina right now, and it just feels weird. Like, why are you doing this? Anyway, I do have to end the session. I'm probably a bit too late because I've talked too much, but I like talking, so It should be justified if I get too late to work. Anyway.